The public anger against rapes had its epicenter, but it shook the whole country that the police force eyed women protesters as if they would be better off crying in the kitchen. No doubt added fuel to the growing fire. Yet, response to this outrage should not be limited to rape alone. Judicial reforms that only considered rape or even rape and murder will end up painting itself into one tight corner. Evidence based researchers show that justice is best served when it fights crime all the way from petty larceny to grievous assaults. When a small act of lawlessness are dealt with severely and promptly, the police get the adrenaline take on major crimes, even stipple them. At source, the Rudy Giuliani tends to grandstand his accomplishments as mayor of New York. Yet, there is no doubt that he has one of America's greatest crime busters. His astonishing success was because he ordered his force to get serious, very serious about petty crimes as well. Consequently, the New York police cracked down on jaywalkers and baby-faced excuses who emerged from street corners to polish wind screens with a ferocity that was all new as the records. So, this is how Gilani got a jump on murders and rapists and cleaned up crimes in the city. In 1991, 2 years before Gilani took office, 112,380 thefts were reported in New York. By the time his term ended in 2001, this number fell to 40539. This had an impact across the crime band in 1991. Again, there were as many as 2605 murders in New York, but by 2001, the figure came down to about 952. Keeping step with this trend, rape cases also dropped by a very perceptible 50%. The bad old days were good and breaking the law wasn't funny anymore. hardened chain gang too felt that heat, for their numbers began to fall. There are fewer inmates in New York prisons today than at any time in the past 24 years. Small and big crimes obviously thrive in the same atmosphere. They cross fertilize to produce deadly hybrids that can baffle and beat the law. A part time pickpocket, if left unchecked, become an armed robber, just as a stalker can become a killer. If stopping singles can win a cricket match, likewise, attention to small crime decreases the incidence of major crimes. This view was first proposed in 1982 in Atlantic Monthly, but it remained on paper till Gilani put it in practice in New York. We have enough laws, and yet, out of the 635 rape cases filed in Delhi last year, only one received conviction. Eventually, any law is best delivered when it has a wide support, a structure that takes all crimes seriously. Even though a new law is enacted without altering the way the police or the courts function, it only adds to judicial inefficiency. A ship overburdened can sink even in calm waters. Therefore, before we demand death sentence for rape with mutilation as a side order, we need to think of the law enforcement system as a whole.